Today, I bring to you from the cesspit somewhere in Scotland, a wee monologue from Cheryl. Cheryl's the main character in my Belly Dancing and Beyond series, and she has a nightmare of a mother who likes to list Cheryl's faults when she's bored. In fact, she's got them pinned on the fridge, along with the list for all the jobs Cheryl has to do. You and I'd call it nagging. Cheryl's mum calls it encouraging. The only thing her nagging encouraged Cheryl to do was to drink more. So anyway, here is the monologue I wrote when I was getting to know Cheryl, and maybe by the end of it, you'll know her better too. My mum reckons time on my hands is her passport to a 24-hour personal assistant. You can't feel sorry for yourself if your arm's up a drain pipe, she reckons. Feeling sorry for myself? Why would I feel sorry for myself? Being single is right up there with a great fish supper. The only ring about my bath is my own, so no need to clean, and I can make a box of chocolates last as long as I want. Who's going to know if it's only took me a rerun of the first dates to scoff the lot, even the hard ones? I'm telling you, single is the tits. Mum hates the word single, tits. Ironic, really, as she swears like a butcher with Tourette's attacking a sirloin on Christmas Day. My mum is the sort of mum best left at home. Anywhere public to her is an opportunity to point out eligible men in a voice that can be heard over a pneumatic drill. She's the sort of person who thinks encouragement is listing your faults in order of preference. I think she's bitter. She's in a wheelchair, and it really riles her when folk talk to me rather than her. Cheryl, she says, you'll never pull in a bra like that. My mother's answer to everything is a good bra. Well, that and a non-stick pan. You couldn't pull a cracker. Even a wrestler was attached to the other side. Well, the last thing I'd be doing with a wrestler is pulling a cracker, and I told my mother so. We were in the stables at the time, a pleasant calf that, according to my mum, makes Nescafe almost bearable. When Martin left me for the body that defied gravity, I was as gutted as a roll mop. I moved back in with my mum and drowned myself in everything fatty, sugary and alcoholic. But not now. I get out as much as possible. Once I put Mum to bed, I've been on a few dates. Met a one-eyed darts player from Cork. He had a great trick for putting off his opponents. Let's just say his glass eye was portable, with an invisible flick. I met my army bloke at the McDonald's, whose idea of wit was to talk about his weapons of mass destruction. Then there was a guy from the fish and chip shop whose idea of a come-on was to arrange 2 Scotch eggs and a battered sausage suggestively across my chips. I was impressed until I saw his pickled eggs. They were floating on top of a jar like a dead fish. A man with a stale pickled eggs is a man best avoided, no matter how artistic he can be with his batter. And of course there's Shifty. He's the barman in the Argyle. He's every woman's dream barman. He'll remember your drink, your favourite song, and late at night when you're feeling lonely, his toothless grin will stop you from doing anything foolish. Yes, being single can be a happening state of affairs, as long as you get a good look at a man's pickled egg and get to put your mum to bed early enough to get out. Well, I hope you, if you're single, feel as happy as Cheryl does, and I hope that I haven't put you off your pickled eggs. Until next time, happy reading.